Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have kind of review slash introduction for you, and this is the brand that I never had a perfume from. They are quite well known in the fragrance community, and this brand is Milano Fragranze. So Milano Fragranze and I think Musk Milano are the same company, and this one in particular, they have a few lineup in their portfolio. I think are all together around maybe 10 to 12 perfumes, same bottle but different names, and they have been getting praises from connoisseurs and fragrance community members because they are making a very good fragrances for the price you pay. Although this brand is a niche brand and they're quite pricey, they retail for £120 in the United Kingdom. But if you go online and search them, you can find them discounted here and there. For if you find it discounted, then let's see how it goes anyway. This one in particular called Brera. Apparently Brera is a district or a part of the Milan city, which is quite artistic, quite creative, and they making in things like in paintings and all sorts. So before I do this review, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. Thank you for your love, thank you for your support, and let's go. So as you can see, the bottle is gorgeous. It's just a work of art. Gorgeous bottle, very heavy. This beautiful blue color which represent Italy superbly well. When I think of Italy, I always think of blue. Okay, I think blue, I would think maybe green, and this is representing especially Milan. I've been to Milan myself. It's a very beautiful city, and it is one of the most artistic city you ever visit. So and also very ancient, as all the cities are in Italy. So the bottle is gorgeous, very heavy. The cap is very heavy and metal, and it's is magnetized, so it is magnet, so you can hold it, but I don't advise you to do that. So let's see the atomizer. The atomizer is gold and modern, and here we go. Look at that pressurized atomizer. Very good. So how is the Brera by Milano Fragranze, and this is Eau de Parfum, and it's targeted unisex, and to my nose it's absolute unisex. Yes, it's bang in the middle. Ladies and men can wear it, no problem. Although there's a massive rose in here, so you need to like your rose to enjoy this. This is, I won't say they're trying to maybe copy or anything like that. Forget about it, because this brand, this house, they are very good at making artistic perfumes. So it is on the artistic side a little bit. It is in the family of rose, patchouli, and oud. Rose, patchouli, oud, and also saffron feel to it. Okay, so overall this is how it goes, but they done an Italian job. So basically they took that DNA of Middle Eastern, of Eastern style, of Oriental style of perfumery, and they made it their own. And in this perfume, it shows the Italian mentality in here. They didn't go heavy on the patchouli, they didn't go heavy on the oud, they didn't go heavy on the saffron, and they didn't go heavy on the rose. So everything in here is done very well, and his balancing act is superbly done. It is a little bit on the artistic side, yes, but when you smell it, it won't be a completely unique fragrance, because this DNA is done many times before by houses like Mansera, Muntal, Abdul Samad al-Quraishi, Ibrahim Quraishi, you name them. But what it hits you first is the quality. The quality of the juice in here is absolutely mesmerizing. So it's very good quality. It's the highest quality they could get their hand on in terms of perfume oils. And it shows in the perfume, it shows in the smell, it shows in the longevity. By the way, the longevity on this one is stellar. On my skin, easily over 10 hours. On the t-shirt, goes easily over 12 hours. So it is almost the beast mode. Let's call it beast mode, because for Italian perfume to perform this big, it is a beast mode. In terms of gender, as I said, this is bang in the middle, unisex. I love my rose, so I'm very comfortable wearing this. And the DNA in here is, in a way, I love anyway. I love my Middle Eastern, my Orientals, my Arabic fragrances anyway. So this is in that style of fragrance category. But as I said, they personalize it in their own DNA and in their own perfumery, which shows. So when you smell it, you can pick up these notes, which are rose. Yes, massive rose in here, big rose in here, and the rose in here is a hint of jamminess to it, not too much, a little bit on the jammy side, but it's a combination of three roses in here. I'm smelling a red rose, which is quite jammy. I'm smelling pink rose, which is quite fresh, and also I'm smelling something like a green rose or a rose with a stem. So it's a combination of three roses in here, and it shows the rose in a very good way. So basically everything else is underneath the rose and is lifting the rose to shine on top. So the moral of the story is, if you love your rose, you love this. If you don't like your rose, you don't like this, because this is unapologetically rose and more rose. The other elements in here are supportive role and giving it depth, giving it nuances, giving it facets, giving it the complexity of this fragrance. By the way, this fragrance is very complex, so they've done a superb job in here. In terms of age, I would say at least 25 and up to be in the safe side, because the DNA in here, it is on the mature side. The second you smell it, you smell experience, you smell mature, you smell sophistication, you smell complexity. So for that, I would say at least 25 and up, if not even 30 years or older. In terms of occasion, this is superbly opulent. So very opulent. It's very well done. It's superbly gorgeous and is very well blended. Is perfumery to the highest places. Okay, it's one of the best perfumes in terms of this category of rose, saffron, patchouli, and oud combo. So it's very refined. Okay, some of the Middle Eastern, Eastern style perfumery in that category, they could be very heavy. Okay, I love my heavy patchouli, I love my heavy rose, I love my heavy ouds, I love my heavy saffrons, but for a European person, or for majority of people who love perfumes, they could be a little too heavy for them. This one, they done it to perfection. So they took all those elements of the Middle Eastern and Eastern style perfumery and Oriental perfumery, and they made it very palatable. So it is palatable for Europeans, it is palatable for people who don't want their perfume to be too heavy. Although in terms of projection and longevity is excellent, but it is subtle. It's not in your face all the time. It comes and goes, and that is telltale sign of good perfumery and good ingredients in here. So let me read you the ingredients and we'll take it from there. And for season, this is all year round. Although it is quite jammy, it is quite a little bit sweet. The sweetness in here is on the moderate side of sweetness. So this is another element that they tone down. Usually with Middle Eastern fragrances, when they put amber and vanilla into the fragrances, which I have rose and oud and saffron and patchouli, they go to very, very heavy because they want to give it that full bodied. In here they done it again for moderation, so the sweetness is ample enough, but it's not too much again. So let's read their ingredients. So on top we have saffron, bergamot and chili pepper. In the mid we have rosemary and geranium and jasmine. In the base we have patchouli, labdanum and vanilla. Forget about the chili, I don't get chili whatsoever. Saffron is by far the biggest player, at least for the first half life of this fragrance, is massive. So you need to like your saffron, and saffron here is a little bit on the medicinal side. It's spicy, it's medicinal, and also it is a little bit on the leathery side of things, and making a hint of bitterness to it as well. Not too much, hint of bitterness. Bergamot, it get lost very quickly. Just maybe initial spray, you got a little bit of freshness which is coming from that bergamot, but it gets lost very quickly. The rose is by far is the star of the show here. So rose and more rose. As I said, the rose in here are three kind of rose. It's a red, it's a pink, and also it's a greenish rose, which is probably with a stem. That makes it beautiful and complex and layered in terms of rose. The geranium here gives the rose lift, and it giving it even more depth in terms of rosiness, plus a little bit of minty feel to it as well, not too much. Jasmine in here is mainly in the background. I don't feel jasmine that much, but you can feel something soft in the background, something quite white floral in a way in the background, way in the back. Patchouli is one of the big players again. So the four big players in here are rose and more rose. After that is saffron. After that is patchouli. After that is the oud. But the oud is way in the background and is very, very clean. And the oud in here is very clean, is very palatable, is very friendly. The labdanum giving it the hint of smokiness and that resin feel as well, which is giving it impression of oud, but it's not too much oud in here. It's just a hint of oud. Overall, again, it's done very well. This is perfection in a bottle. And the vanilla giving it that sweetness plus the sweet smoothness. The combination of the vanilla and the jasmine here giving it a very smooth ride overall. Overall, this fragrance is very, very smooth and very, very rounded, almost creamy smooth. That smooth. So what do I get overall? Rose and more rose. Warm spiciness, which is mainly coming from the saffron. Fresh spiciness, which is a little bit of green feel to it overall, but not too much. The patchouli is quite big in the base and giving it a little bit of chocolatey feel as well. The patchouli variety in here is chocolatey one, but again, it's not too much. It's done again very, very ample enough. The amber in here is quite deep, dense amber. You need to like your amber to enjoy this. Is quite resinous, is deep, is dense, is thick, is chewy, is sticky, so you need to like that kind of amber to enjoy it. But again, they done it in a way that it is much brighter, and not brighter, much more subtle ways than rather than just to be in your face. It's quite aromatic, which is mainly coming from that geranium, plus a little bit of aromaticness coming from the greenness in here. I'm not sure what kind of green notes are applying, but you feel some greenness in the background. It's quite woody in the base, which is mainly that oud, but the oud in here is very, very clean. It's very palatable, very universally liked oud. None of those barnyard or funky or animalic. No, there's no animalicness in here whatsoever. A little bit feel floral, yes, because of the combination of that three kind of rose plus the geranium, giving it a very, very floral feel, and vanilla in the base, which is giving it that smoothness rather than sweetness. It is sweet, but it is on the moderate side of sweetness, maybe 5 to 6 in terms of sweetness, if 10 being the sweetest fragrance ever. So if you like this kind of fragrances and you want it to be well done, if you want it to be refined, if you want it to be sophisticated, if you want it to be subtle but in the same time quite deep and dense and complex and strong, this is for you. They done a superb job in here. I absolutely love this fragrance, although I have many fragrances similar to this, but none of those fragrances can be this in terms of subtleness and in terms of perfumery to balance act, and everything is working well, and nothing is out of place, nothing's too much, nothing's too little. Very well done in here. So if you like what I described, this is an absolute yes, yes, yes. For me, it's 2 thumbs up. If you go online right now, you can find it in the United Kingdom for a very, very good price. But as I said, retails for £120. And even for the retail price, if you want it sophisticated, if you want them high class, if you want them good perfumery, good ingredients, everything about it shouts quality, then this is for you as well. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this beauty is definitely a hidden gem. And if you want to, especially if you find it for a very good price, if you want to purchase one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my line of perfumes. They are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the perfumer. Everything is about me, nobody else is involved. I mix these perfumes together to come up with 20 different perfumes, and there are ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money. They smell great, and they are very artistic and very unique. And I'll put more than 60% perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that's why they are big in terms of, not only in terms of performance, but in terms of personality. Thank you very much as always, and I'll see you later. Bye, bye, bye.